Hello there, this is Sue Phillip from Sue's Paper Creations. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and today I have for you an adorable little fun fold card using the new Snowman Season Bundle. So this is going to be a new bundle coming out in the holiday catalog starting on September the 4th. It is a very cute stamp set with 3 adorable snowmen and some great little sayings. This one here is what coordinates with the punch, so we're going to use that one today. And this is a closer look at the punch. Okay, so there's lots of great products in the Let It Snow suite, and we are going to be using the beautiful Let It Snow papers. These are all of them right here. I'm going to give you a little close-up just because I've used a lot of my papers and don't have all of them left to show you. But there they are there. And the featured snowman on the front of the card is actually just cut out of the sheet right here. Okay, so I'm going to show you that in a minute. But yeah, it is a great suite. So if you don't have a catalog yet and you are living in Canada, please let me know and I can ship you one out. I would love to be your demonstrator. But I want to get started and show you how to make this card. So this here, like I said, features just DSP on the front with a little saying, okay? But when you open it up, this is what you have pop out. So you have that little snowman pop out. Isn't that cute? With the Let It Snow. And there's lots of room on either side here to write your little saying. But I thought it was kind of cool how it just pops out at you like that. And I want to show you how to make it, okay? So here is what you will need. For a insert on the inside that's going to make your pop-up, you are going to need a piece of cardstock that measures 10 by 5 1/4. So if your card is going to be taller than 5 1/2, then you're going to want to adjust this height so that it is just slightly shorter than what your card height is. Okay, so mine is just 1/4 inch shorter. And the next step you're going to need to do is some scoring across the long side here. So I have scored it at 2 inches, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's like a little dance step here. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's where you need to score your lines, leaving 2 inches on either end to glue it to your card. Okay? Now, for the other pieces for this card, there are the other 2 snowmans. Aren't they cute? I love this one. I've got some pieces of DSP. This one here measures 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. I've got one at 2 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I have got this little piece of real red that is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/2, and then I've just got some cut out pieces. So these 2 I used are layering circle dies and cut the little scallop one in the circle. That's going to be for our Let It Snow saying. And then this is the second smallest from our stitch rectangle die set. Okay, because I love the detail of the stitching. Okay, so I'm just going to adjust my camera here and let's get started. So what I'm going to start with first is I'm going to stamp the little pieces that we need for our snowman. So I'm going to bring in just some scraps and I'm going to bring in my black Memento. Now I use black Memento is my go-to black ink. You can use it with your alcohol markers, you can use it with watercoloring, and I just find that it stamps nice and clear and gives a nice crisp image every time. So that's why I use it pretty much for everything. If I were to stamp on plastic or a really shiny surface, then I would have to use the StazOn, but for everything else, I use the Memento ink. And the nice thing is you can get refills for your ink pad. So once you have your ink pad, you just need to get a refill and then it will last forever. Okay, so there I've stamped out the hat and the snowman. You're probably wondering why I stamped the hat on a smaller piece, and when you turn the punch around for the snowman, I just find it easier for little pieces like this if they are on a smaller scrap of cardstock. And I also, it's a way of using up my scraps, right? Okay, because everyone has little white scraps around everywhere. Now I'm going to stamp out my main little guy here. There he is. And of course with it you are going to get lots and lots of pieces everywhere. That's just the nature of punching and stamping. If you're not making a good mess, then you're not crafting enough. Okay, now I'm going to just do little soft suede arms. I'm going to punch them out. Okay, so there we have 1, 2, 3, 4 little pieces. I'm going to put those aside. Okay, we're moving along. I'm done with the punch. Now I'm going to bring back in my little circles and rectangles here, and I'm just going to quickly get all of my stamping done first, so then we can get serious about putting this card together. Okay, so here's my Let It Snow, and I'm stamping this in the real red there, and a little tap tap tap. And I'm going to do my Hoping the Season Brings Heartwarming Memories. Isn't that cute? Okay. Voila. Okay. So there we have it. We'll put those aside. We're doing well. Okay. So now let us do some assembling. I'm going to bring back these main pieces in. And there is a bit of an order to this, okay? Now, for your card base, you're just going to fold that in half. I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to do my little accordion piece here. Now let's get out my bone folder. And what you're going to need to do, let me get out the card here, is you're going to need to crease all of your scores, okay? So let's see here, this one here is going to, the second one is going to stick up, and the first one I'm going to fold down. So I want this one to stick up here, and then from that point on, the second one is sticking up, then I'm just going to fold it like an accordion, back and forth. Reminds me of making those tissue paper flowers. Does anyone remember making those? Where you had to fold the tissue paper back and forth, and then you attach some string in between and fanned it out. That's what it reminds me of. It's the first step. Okay. Now, because this is going to be going inside the card and I want it to lay as flat as possible, I'm going to make sure that I use a bone folder and I just crease down all of the creases really well. Just like that, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Yeah, those look pretty good. Okay, so there is, this is the insert for the pop-up. Okay, I'm going to put that just right out front there, and we're going to do a little bit of assembly for the front of our card. Now, I'm going to bring in the sample again, just to show you. Important step. You can see that if I were to just put it out like this. If I were to just leave this card as is, it's going to pop up on its own a little bit. So I wanted to add just a little bit. You could add any type of ribbon. I used just a little bit of our white twine, and I wrapped a piece around the front of the card. So that meant that I have to glue that piece of string on the front first before I add my layers. Okay, so let's get out our baker's twine, and I'm just using just the white. And I've got a piece cut here. Okay, now I find it easiest just to tack it down with a little glue dot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's get out my little glue dot. And I'm going to just make sure I have a large enough tail in the front here that's going to be able to make a bow. Okay, I'm going to stick this just roughly across the front. I'm going to stick that one in there. I'm going to use just two to tack it, one closer to the fold. Just make it sure it's fairly straight. And there you have the tie. Okay, now I can go ahead and I can cover that up by using some of the DSP. So let's do our layers. Okay, so I'm going to take my piece that is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to put that one down first, closest to the folds. Okay, then I'm going to take this one here, and this has some beautiful sparkle on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. A little bit of glitter. So all of the papers from this Let It Snow designer series. Oh, looks like I am out. A snail. My snail has run down. So I'll have to grab one very quickly. I'll just grab some other type of glue here. Okay, so that one's going to go on there. Let me just grab a quick... What are the chances of my glue to run out while I'm doing this video? Okay, I'm back with Tombow, just because it takes too long and you guys don't want to have to watch me load a new snail. Okay, so I'm going to do my red strip down the center, just like that. Oh, come on. Perfect. Okay. All right. Again, my camera's just angling a little bit. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to apply, let's see, which one of these do I want on the front? I think I'm going to go for this little cute little guy that's all kind of tied up in a scarf. And I'm going to add him on the front. There we go. Good, good. Now, as I'm doing this, as I'm adding all my layers, I'm going to let you guys know that for this month's loyalty gift, so I have a hostess code that lasts from now until the end of September. So if you happen to place an order through my online store and you use the current host code, you are going to get a package of these beautiful holiday rhinestone basic gems. So these are new from the holiday catalog. Gorgeous colors, lots of shine, and this is going to be my gift to you if you place any order through my online store. You can be anywhere in Canada and it gets shipped directly to you, and then I will mail this out. I will mail the rhinestones out to you, but that is just what I do every single month. I have a different loyalty gift for you for those $90 orders, so that just happens to be for September. Okay, so I think you guys are going to love those rhinestones. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do our insert. So that's the front. That was fairly quick. And again, just the beautiful DSP and super cute snowman, okay? Now we're going to do the inside. And for this part, what you need to do is visualize where these are going to go. I think what I will do first, though, before I get started, is I'm going to do a little bit of snowflakes, just because I want to stamp everything before I glue it down. And I always recommend that for people that are at my classes, because the last thing you want to do is go ahead and stamp on this after and it doesn't turn out, and then you have a mess on your finished card. So I did not grab the Coastal Cabana ink pad. So you know what? Again, I don't want you guys to have to watch me run around. So I'm just going to use this beautiful blue, which is also in the DSP. So this is Blueberry Bushel. Okay, so I'm just going to do a few on here. And actually, it shows you that not only can you ink your stamps with ink pads, but you can use our Stampin' Write markers. Okay, so there you go. You got see the bonus add of that. All right, so I think that'll be just fine. I like that. Okay, now for attaching this, I am going to actually use two different things. I would use a bit of my snail, but of course my snail is out. But I happen to have tear tape, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use a little bit right on the very edge of here, just because I want to make sure that it attaches really well and stays in place while the liquid glue dries. So I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue too. So we're doing a double stick. Okay. So what I do, come on, peel that away, is I attach it on one side. So I have to move it this way so that I can visually line it up a little better. There we go. I think that's straight. Again, I'm going over a top of a camera, but I think that's pretty good. Perfect. So I like to add it to one side first, okay? Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this one down, and I'm going to take the adhesive. There we go. I think you guys are going to have fun. Think of all the different variations that you could do with this card. I mean, we're doing a pop-up snowman, but say for Valentine's Day, you could have a beautiful card, and when you opened it up, there'd be a whole bunch of hearts that pop out. Or you could do a birthday one and have a whole bunch of balloons pop out. So this is just a variation with a snowman, but you could do all sorts of things. Now, you can see that I am not going to just stretch this across and guess where it's going to go on. Instead, I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm actually going to close the card, and I'm going to attach it. Smart, hey? I thought so. And that way, I know that when I open it up, it will lay flat when it's closed, but when I open it up, it will be in the perfect position, okay? I think that needs a voila. Look at that. Pretty cool. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of decorating with the rest, and it's going to be a matter. I want to show you, so hold on, because I'm going to be decorating with a couple new products. So I want to be able to show those to you. So stick with me to the end, because then I want to show you. I'm going to be using some new glitter from the holiday catalog and some new crystal effects. I want to be able to show you guys that. I'm going to put those on. Now, I'm going to do a very, very quick color of these guys. Okay? So, don't judge the coloring skills, because I'm going to go like double time here. And again, I'm doing it over top of a camera. So let's see if I can even see this properly. Okay. All right, I think I'm fairly within the lines. Pretty good. Not bad. Okay, let's add a little bit of green. I'm starting to get excited for the holidays. And you know what? The summer isn't even quite over. But that's just me. I love Christmas holidays. In fact, I have got all of my Christmas buffet card dates already out. I actually have only, I think, just maybe a half a dozen spots left. So in a second, you'll see some dates when I pull all this back, and you'll be able to see the dates that I have for my card buffet for anyone who lives within Victoria and wants to come and join me for a fabulous fun day of creating the cards that you want, as many as you want, because I have about 15 to choose from. And I treat you to lunch, and we listen to jolly music, and well, it's just a great time. Okay. All right. So where's all our pieces? There we are. Now, I'm going to add the sparkle at the end, just because it's not going to be dried in time, and I want to be able to show you how I finish closing this card. Okay. But I'm going to add the pieces onto the card. So easiest way is going to be glue dots. Pull them back, bind a couple. Remember, you want to keep them on this edge, because that's the edge that attaches to your pop-up. You don't want to add them anywhere else. Okay, so this is the first one. I'm going down low. Okay, so there's our Let It Snow. Okay, coming up next is our snowman. So I'm going to add one there. And I'm going to add one on the very, very edge of this small little head. And he is going to go, let's fold the second one back. So just want to be able to see where he's going to pop out. About there. Perfect. And then our last one is the little hat. We're getting there. Okay, so this one's a little bit harder to line up because it's harder to actually close it shut, but you can kind of see I'm eyeballing it so that at least it looks like it's coming off his head. That's pretty good. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay, so from this point on, to close the card, you would just tie it together with a string. But I want to show you what I'm going to use to glitter it up, okay, because these are new products. So, and every card needs some glitter and a little bit of bling, especially at Christmas time. Oh, and we have to add our little arms. We can't have an armless snowman, okay? So, for the Let It Snow, I am using, this is a new product. It is Shimmery, can you focus in there? Shimmery Crystal Effects, okay? It looks kind of, makes it look like glass a little bit. We used to have crystal effects all the time. This one just has the added beautifulness of shimmer. And then, but it's not shimmery enough for me because I like more shimmer. We're using the Ice Stampin' Glitter. So, for all of my glitter, I actually store them in Tupperware containers. You can see that this one is a little bit definitely more chunky than our Dazzling Diamonds, okay? And so therefore that's why it looks more like ice. Ice, ice, baby. Okay, so what you're gonna do is just dip in with the spoon, do a little sprinkle, and a little tap. And look at that, can you see that? So pretty, it's like ice. Okay, now I can do the same for the snowman. I mean, you could, if I was thinking, I would have had a set already ready, but I was just too excited. You guys can see my finished sample anyway, but I'm gonna add a little here, a little on the next little layer, and a tiny bit on the edge there. Okay, see that? Then, again, a little sprinkle. Now you can probably see why I go with the Tupperware containers, right? Then it just dumps it back in and you're good to go. Even with that, I got some on the table just because I'm trying to do it over a camera. So that I would let dry, but that is pretty much your finished card. So let's pull in this one here. Here it is, finished card. Popping up. This one has the arms. I didn't get my arms on this one yet. I'm going to let the crystals dry first before I pop the arms on. But that's what it looks like with the finished arms. Okay? There you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that fun fold card using our brand new, let's see here, Snowman and Stamp Set bundle called Snowman Season. For those that are in town and want to come and check out my card buffet, I actually have two other snowman, two other cards using these snowmen that we're going to be creating with, as well as about 8 or 9 other stamp sets from the holiday catalog is what I'm going to be using at my card buffet. And the dates for those are, I just had these scribbled on because of another video, October 27th, November 9th. So I think I have 3 spots available in this one still. I want to say 2 or 3 in the November 9th, and November 10th is already full. So if you want to come out and join me for my card buffets, make sure that you private message me and contact me so that I can add you into those last few spots. For those that are not in town, want one of the holiday catalogs, let me know. Or if you want to place an online order, I would love that. This is going to be your free gift if your order is over $90 using that host code in September. And yeah, I am going to be doing a few things coming up where I will have actually a stamp set of the month. And if you order that one online, I'm not sure which one it's going to be for September, but I will announce it in September. If you order that one online, then I will actually send out a card kit to create some stamps, and I'll send you photos of what you can create with them using the stamp set that you've purchased. Okay? So that is the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please like it. Please share it. Let everybody know how they can create this fun little fun fold card, little pop-up with a snowman. Okay? Cheers, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.